Well, you've just got to hand it to her, haven't you? There's no end to the surprises from Cilla Black.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cilla Black.
To another surprise, and we've got plenty of surprises for you tonight. But I must tell you about a surprise I got myself the other week. Well, it was more of a shock, really. I dropped my credit card in a shop. Now, girls, have you ever dropped anything in a shop? What? Well, it was a shock to me. I dropped my credit card, and somebody must have picked it up, because when I got my statement back, there were things on it that wasn't there. You know, I never bought them. I showed it to Bobby and I said to him, look, somebody's nicked me credit card and they've been using it. You better report that. And Bobby said, you must be joking. They're spending less than you do. But right now it's time for us to get fell in and go on parade. Well, not all of us, but someone sitting here in our audience. And yes, it's you, Jean Bilton. Surprise, surprise. Will you come and join us, please? Come on, Jean. Well, Jean, this is a surprise for you, isn't it? I suppose you're wondering why you're down here.
Oh, I thought I'd come to see the show.
Oh, no, you see, it's all your Kirsten's fault.
Rat bag.
And how old is your little rat bag?
10.
Just 10 years old. Well, she won't tell me all about you. Now, you used to be in the Women's Royal Air Force, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
How long ago was that? About 20? How many years ago?
Yeah, something, you know.
20-something years ago?
No, not 20-something.
Oh.
It's less than 20.
A little bit less than 20. And she said that, well, you worked in the recruitment office in Portsmouth, is that right? And that's where you met your lovely husband, who was in the Navy at the time.
Yes.
Your Brian sitting up there. Oh, your little Kirsten is a mine of information. Anyway, you eventually married your lovely husband, and that's when you went back into Civvy Street, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
But Kirsten tells me that you've only had one regret. In all your time in the RAF, you've never ever been on parade, is that right?
Well, except my passing out parade, that's all.
Oh, you're passing out parade, oh. Well, you're going to do more than that. You're going to go. You're going to have the grand parade tonight. Yes. Come back. No, you can't go away now. Yes, you're going to do it right here in the studio with the Queen's Colour Squadron. And you can't get any better than that. What? Yes, you got smacked, aren't you? Here to put you through your paces is Flight Sergeant David Foley. Come in, Dave. Oh, give it a kick, Dave. Come on. Oh. A lot of fans of yours sitting out there tonight, Dave. Well, this is our Jean here.
You doing, Jean?
Yes. And, of course, we want you to, you know, to do the drill and everything. But, I mean, you're famous, aren't you? You're famous for the continuity drill. Now, that's very hard. Tell us about... Look at her face. Tell us a bit about that, Dave.
Well, when we get new members join the Queen's Colour Squadron, they go through a month's intensive drill training. And then they join the squadron after a pass-out parade, and then it all starts from there with various displays.
Right, see you, Jimmy. Yeah.
That's right.
I love that accent, beautiful Scottish accent that he's got there. Well, I think we've got something easier for our Jean to do, because you nearly panicked then when we mentioned the continuity drill. What have you got in mind for our Jean here?
Well, just a few basic drill movements.
Are you ready to be drilled, Jean?
Yes.
Oh, Oh, yes, the foot went then, the foot went then,
She hasn't
Dave.
forgotten, I don't think. No.
What
But
would
we'll
you...
start with the arms by the side.
Oh, by the side.
Move to the left, turn!
Oh, where's she going?
Quick, march! Left,
No.
right, left.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, we'll be seeing Jean later on, but in the meantime, we had a letter from Kevin Walker, who is with the 4th Runcorn Scouts up there in Cheshire. He tells us that the Scout movement have organised a challenge competition called Go for a Million. It's to promote scouting, and each scout patrol that enters this challenge will receive points for various activities. And the patrol finishing with the highest number of points will win a trip to the World Jamboree, which will be held next year in South Korea. Now, Kevin wrote and asked me if we could help. Well, what he and his scout patrol want to do is to prepare and cook a banquet fit for a millionaire on the telly. Now, they could get a lot of points for this, so we sent our Bob Carolgees up to surprise Kevin outside his school.
It's Kevin Walker, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello, Kevin. Surprise, surprise. Now, you're a member of the Hawk Scout Patrol, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you wrote us a smashing letter. Tell us about your wish to prepare a banquet for a millionaire, is that right?
Yeah.
And because that will add points towards your Scouts Going for a Million campaign, won't it?
Yeah.
Well, guess what, Kevin? You're going to do just that.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. On the banks of the River Thames, we're going to do it. Okay, we're going right now.
Brilliant.
And we'll see what we can do to add to those valuable points that you're trying to collect. Is that all right?
Yeah, thanks. That's brilliant.
We'll be going now. Yeah. All right?
Yeah.
Nice surprise?
Yeah.
All right. Right, you go in your car. We'll go in ours.
Well, we'll be joining Bob and the Scouts later on live to see how they got on. But right now, let's join Gordon Burns live and find out what he's got in store for us on this week's Searchline. Hi, Gordon.
Hi,
and,
Cilla.
have you found any other successes?
Well, incredible. I mean, you remember a few weeks ago we showed some cine film. A motorist had been driving along, saw a wedding, leapt out and shot off some film.
Oh, the John O'Groats, Land End.
Absolutely right, up in John O'Groats, and we were looking for the bride and groom. And not only have we found them, but incredibly, their cine film hadn't come out properly, and they're absolutely delighted to have a new cine film from this motorist. So that's terrific. We're also looking for, if you remember, some of the dam busters. That was 617 Squadron and or relatives, and we've got lots of those ringing up, so that's tremendous too. And then we have that quickie section every week when we give virtually no information at all, just a name and last known address. And we asked for 4 pals to come together who'd been at St Bernard's School in Bethnal Green, and within minutes of the show ending, we'd found 3 of them with hardly any information, so it's just tremendous.
Terrific.
And it's not just requests to find relatives and friends that we get on Searchline. We also get lots and lots of objects and interesting items sent to us which have been found by viewers, and they ask us to try and find their rightful owners. And the first part of Searchline is devoted to just that. Now, take this silver medal, for instance. It was literally dug up during some gardening in Ashted, Surrey, 12 years ago. It was awarded to a Private R. Denny in 1933 at the Lahore District Sports Tournament in Pakistan. So if you're watching, Mr. Denny, or indeed any of your family, please ring Searchline and we'll make sure you get it back. Now, here's a fascinating little plaque. The question is, what was it attached to? It was found at the side of a road in Chertsey, Surrey, and is inscribed, "Presented to my greatest friend, Alec Mosses, in recognition of untold kindness from Lieutenant Commander Robert Francis Crossman, R.N." It was made during the time he was a prisoner of war in Germany from the 15th of October 1914 to December the 1st, 1917. And whatever it was attached to apparently took 7.5 months to make. So what could it have been? If anyone can help, please contact us, as we'd love to be able to return the plaque to the family of Alec Mosses. Now, have a look at this cigarette lighter. It was sent to us by a lady in London. She can't remember where her late husband found it. It's engraved with D.W. Langton from Malaya Place, Bedford, September 1946. If you recognise it, please call us. And this pen was found on the London Underground a few years ago. It's inscribed Sheila Rogers from OT Staff 1984. I'm sure Sheila must have been very upset to lose it, so if she's watching, well, give us a call. We'd be delighted to return it. Now, this one is a bit of a mystery. On February the 16th, this pack of 3 photo albums was bought from a supermarket in Sutton Coldfield. When the buyer got home, she found, to her great surprise, that one of the albums already contained a variety of photographs spanning many years, some very old and obviously irreplaceable. The pack of albums was from a row of identical boxes on the supermarket shelf, apparently unopened. And the lady who bought them is intrigued to know how they got there and would love to return them to their owner. So, have a good look. Do you recognize any of these photos? If you're able to help us with the photo album or any of the other objects we've shown you tonight, please call us on 01 222 8070. That's it for the moment, but I'll be back shortly with more of your requests, this time to find relatives or friends. But right now, more surprises, I'm sure, from Cilla.
Oh, yes, indeed. See you later, Gordon, all right?
Look forward to it.
Now, have any of you ever wandered around the old town of Harwich in Essex? If so, you might have visited the renovated Redoubt Fort just outside the town. And if you haven't, you are in for a treat. The Redoubt is an old Napoleonic fort, and in 1969 it was due to be bulldozed over in order to build a block of prestige flats. And that was when Andy Rutter put his foot down. Paul Taylor wrote and told me that Andy is the action group leader of the Harwich Society, and it's due to his perseverance and dedication that the flats didn't get the go-ahead. The action group gave up their weekends and holidays for the following 21 years, excavating and rebuilding the Redoubt to its former glory. Well, I couldn't think of anyone more deserving of a Cillagram, so I took myself down to Harwich to surprise him. Andy Rutter. Surprise, surprise.
Here's a surprise.
You weren't expecting me today, were you,
I certainly wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Well, shall I tell me all about you?
Yes, you tell me, then I can wring his neck.
Well, it was Paul Taylor.
Paul Taylor!
Yes, the little
villain,
angel over
the
there.
villain of the piece.
He wrote and
Yeah.
told us all about your hard work and how you fought to save this marvellous fort here. You did, didn't you, love?
I was only the cheerleader.
You were the cheerleader, but
Yes.
a very welcome one, because but for you, all this place would be buried underneath a block of flats, wouldn't it, love?
It's true, we fought off an effort to have flats here because we thought this was too important.
I can't wait to see round the place, because
Shall
I've
I
been
take
hiding.
you?
Oh, please do.
Right.
I've got all day about you. How about
Good
you?
heavens, yeah. How nice.
Not lovely. Where shall we start?
At the beginning.
Oh, walk this way.
Walk this way.
Chance to turn the pages over. We can write what we want to write. We gotta make ends meet before we get much older. We're all someone's daughter. We're all someone's son. How long can we look at each other? Down the barrel of a gun. You're the take a quick break right now, but we'll be back in a jiff to see how the Scouts banquet is coming along, do a bit of Latin American dancing, and hear some more from our Gordon Burns. So, see you in a couple of minutes. Welcome back, and right away, let's call on our Bob with the Scout Patrol. Are you there, Bob?
Is this ready for start cooking now? All right, start cooking it, lads. Right, yes, sorry, we're here, Cilla. We're just about to start cooking this banquet fit for a millionaire.
And that's the lovely Kevin there ready and waiting to go. Hi, Kevin, how are you?
Hi.
Now, how many points have you got to go to this jamboree in Korea?
Well, it's the highest amount possible at the end of the year.
Really? How many have you got the minute before you came on the show? How many have you got in the bank?
We've got 250.
250. Now, how many points will you personally get for coming on the telly?
We'll get 100 points each.
100, well, 100's for you. Well, get all the lads on. Introduce me to your mates. Where are they?
They're wondering whether to put the fish on first or the kebabs, I think. As they come round, which one's this?
This one's Graham. Hi, Cilla.
Hi, Graham.
It's Stephen.
Hiya. Hiya, Stephen.
And it's Jeff. Hi, Cilla.
Hi, Jeff.
And we've got two at the back. You better introduce these are the bigger, slightly bigger ones.
Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Cilla.
And Ben.
Hello.
Hi, Ben.
That's the troop.
And you're hiding a lovely mop of red hair under that, I can tell, just like our Jack. What is on the menu tonight, Bob?
Well, Kevin, you tell them, because you...
Well, we've got grilled trout, then we've got kebabs, and for afters we've got banana with chocolate sauce.
Pudding as well. Ooh,
for afters. And for all that, you're going to get all those hundreds and hundreds of points, aren't you?
Yeah. Now
tell me, in the news lately, there's been a lot of news about, Girl Scouts. How do you feel about girls joining the Scouts?
Wouldn't like it. They'd spoil the fun.
What would you rather see girls doing then?
Don't know.
Anything for joining the Scouts?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I'll let you get on with your cooking there, Kevin. I think you're doing a grand job, and I hope you get all the well-deserved points you're going to get, all right?
It's looking very good here, Cilla. The smell already is coming off this barbie.
Oh, if only we had smelly telly, Bob. I'll join you later, all right?
Lovely, we'll have it all prepared.
I'll see you then. See you after. Gorgeous Kevin there and the lads. But at the moment, we're going Latin American. Because, you see, we had a letter from 15-year-old Becky Persaud, who lives right here in London. Becky told us that her mum, Pamela, is a frustrated dancer. In her youth, Pamela was an amateur ballroom dancer, and her speciality was Latin American. But she gave it up 20 years ago after she got married to raise a family. Now, her husband doesn't dance, but every time Pamela hears a rumba rhythm on the radio, she gets itchy feet and starts dancing through the house. Well, our Bob went along to the estate agents where Pamela works with an invitation she just could not refuse.
Yes, I'm sure it's in here. Pamela, I'm looking for Pamela Persaud. Hello, Pamela. Surprise, surprise. How are you, Chuck? You all right? Let me tell you this.
Oh, come off it.
We've had a letter.
Oh, you're joking.
We've had a letter, Pamela, telling us all about you, saying you used to compete in Latin American dancing, is that right? And your favourite.
Oh, no.
Your favourite. Doing the rumba.
Oh, you're having me on.
Doing the rumba to the theme of moonlighting. Do you remember that? Well, you see, the thing is...
no, I didn't.
The thing is, your family, Pamela, have never been able to see you do this. You might have sent the letter.
Probably my daughter.
Yes, it was your daughter, Becky. And she's here right now. She's not at school
I've
at all.
just taken you to school. You?
Come on in, Becky.
Oh, I don't believe this is happening.
All right, Pamela. Nice to see you. How about if we whisk you off into the arms of a champion Latin American dancer?
What? Oh, no!
In a romantic setting. So you can do the rumba.
Of television, we gave Pamela a dancing experience that she won't forget in a hurry. You just have a look at this.
Ah, none of them welcome.
Evening.
Take your coat. Thank you so much. You look beautiful this evening. Go, take it. Thank you so much. Do carry on through. Madame? Once more. And champagne.
That's fine.
S'il vous plaît. C'est bon? Chante.
I love all that romantic stuff. Actually, I'd like to say a very big thank you to the British Latin American dance champion, David Sycamore, for being Pam's partner. And I know Pam would like to thank him too, because she's out there in the audience. Hi, Pam.
Hello.
Are you cured of your itchy feet now?
I don't think David is, though.
You didn't stand on his feet or anything
I'm
like
sure
that?
I did.
Well, we all thought you did ever so well. Well done, Pamela. And once again, now it's time for our searchline. Gordon now saw all those objects earlier. I mean, what have you got for us this time?
Well, I love the old photographs, don't you?
Yeah.
And we get some fascinating old photographs on Searchline. And, well, take a look at this one of the Cochrane young ladies taken in the 1920s or 30s. Now, in the top right-hand corner is someone famous, someone who went on to become not only a great actress, but a dame. Marjorie Robertson then, later Dame Anna Neagle. But it was the lady sitting down, second from the right, who sent us the photo. She was Florita Fay in those days, but now as Mrs. Goodchild, she'd love to hear from any other former members of the Cochrane young ladies, especially any who appeared on stage with her. So if you did, please contact us. Now this is a photograph of Joan Phipps on her wedding day in 1968. It was sent to us by Patricia Grocott, née Donahue. Pat and Joan went to the Katong convent in Singapore and were great friends, but Pat hasn't seen Joan for about 20 years. Pat knows that Joan married a man called Clive, who was based at RAF Changi, Singapore, and that they had 2 children. Pat also believes that Joan and her family settled here in England. So, Joan, if you're watching, please get in touch. And moving from Singapore to India, Norman Sigsworth would love to find his old friend Jack Vasey, whom he last saw in India in 1938. They were great pals when they were in the 2nd Battalion East Yorkshire Regiment together, and Norman would be overjoyed to hear from him. And back now to wartime Britain and the search for an evacuee who went to live with the Cole family in Rye Hill near Wakefield, West Yorkshire. Mrs. Beulah Dye, formerly Cole, gave me all the details when I went to see her recently.
Well, I'm looking for a lady who was called Jean Feely. She came to Rye Hill as evacuee from Leeds during the war and lived with my mum and dad at 2 Mill Lane, Rye Hill. The family name then was Cole, my name was Beulah Cole, and she called me mum Aunt Louie and my dad Uncle Horace. She stayed with us quite a while during the war, and then her mum took her back to Leeds. After that, she did come back a year or 2 on holiday, but since then I haven't seen or heard anything of her at all.
Were you good pals?
Oh yeah, we were just like sisters. We played out together on the village green, and she went to a little school just round the corner from where we were living.
So if she's watching this programme right now, what's your message to her?
I would say please contact me, because I would love to see her again and see what's happened to her.
Well, Jean Feely, it would make Beulah's day if you were to contact us. The number to ring will be coming up in a moment. Finally, a couple of quickies. We're looking for Jimmy Butler, the twin brother of Patricia Elizabeth, born in May 1940 in Eastbourne. We want to find the teenage pals from 30 years ago of Miss Eileen Wilson, namely Irene Hughes, Beryl Williams and Margaret Hewitt, who all lived in Liverpool 7. Irene and Beryl in Lomond Road and Margaret in Grampian Road. Well, if you're able to help us with any of our stories tonight, you can ring our researchers until 10 o'clock on 01 222 8070, or you can write to Searchline, Surprise, Surprise, South Bank TV Centre, London SE 99 6YW. That's all for this week. I'll see you again next Friday. So until then, goodbye from me, and back to Cilla.
Thanks a lot, Gordon. We shall see you next week. Now, somewhere in England is a social worker called Elizabeth Harriet. She may even be watching the programme at this very moment. And if you are Elizabeth, here's someone who's been trying to find you for a long, long time. So come in, Mavis Pickin. Come in, Mavis. Mavis, welcome to Surprise, Surprise. Now, you've flown over especially from Berlin to find Elizabeth, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Now, how long is it since you've seen her? It's about 15 years,
17 years.
It's 17 years.
17 years.
Now, why exactly do you want to find her?
Well, I was going through a bad period, and my brother was killed in Ireland.
Yeah.
His regiment came back, and there was a memoriam service. I didn't have the money to come and go to the service. Elizabeth's a Sappho sister.
Sappho sister?
Yes.
Now, what does that stand for?
Soldiers, Sailors and the Air Force Association.
Yes.
Officially, she couldn't help me, but she lent me the money out of her pocket to buy the ticket.
So Elizabeth actually lent you the money to buy the airfare ticket over to go to your dead brother's memorial service?
Yes. And she also arranged for my 2 young sons to be looked after.
Ah.
So I'd like to pay her the money back.
Well, that was at that time when you went to the memorial service. You did indeed return to Berlin.
Yes, of course, yes.
And you got yourself a job, because you didn't even have a job
I
then,
didn't at that time, no.
And you saved to pay Elizabeth back.
And she was gone.
And she was gone. So that's why you're here now, to make this appeal on television.
Yes.
Well, you can stop trying to find her.
Have we found her?
We have actually found her just for you, so you can thank her personally right now in the flesh. Come in, Elizabeth. So, you weren't expecting that, were you,
No,
Chuck?
not at all.
You were? Oh, no.
That's why you kept me hidden away, was it?
I did. We've hidden you, both of you, away all day. And these 2 sons that Elizabeth looked after, how old were they at the time?
2 and 4.
2 and 4. I think we've got a photograph of them when they were younger. Ah, look, there they are. Aren't they little angels? But they've grown up now, haven't they?
Yeah.
And indeed, I know they've joined the paras, haven't they? Where are they stationed, love?
Aldershot. One's still a recruit.
Yes.
And the other one, he's in one para.
Well, surprise, surprise. They're not in Aldershot.
Oh, my God.
You thought they were. You haven't seen them since Christmas, but they're right here tonight. We've wangled a pass for them. And here they are, your two beautiful sons, Kurt and Jared. Come in, Kurt and Jared. Big black tapestry. Yes, they're gorgeous. And as you say, the young one down there, he can't wear his uniform because he's still in training.
Very close, yeah.
Haven't they changed, Elizabeth?
They've grown a bit.
They're bonny lads now. Well, you've got an awful lot to talk about because they've got to be back. You've got to be back tomorrow morning, haven't you? What a shame. So I'll leave you. I won't waste any more time. In fact, what we're going to do now, we're going to take a quick break. But join us again in a couple of minutes for a feast fit for a millionaire and to enjoy some terrific marching from Jean and the Queen's Colour Squadron. I'll be making a surprise phone call, and we've got a wonderful surprise for somebody sitting right here in our audience. So, see you in a couple of minutes. Welcome back. It's time to go on parade with the Royal Air Force, and it's actually very appropriate because this year is the 50th anniversary of the Battle of Britain. It's also something of a first, as it's the first time a woman has been allowed to join this elite band of men. So here's our Jean Bilton, accompanied by the Queen's Colour Squadron.
Standard! Eyes! Attention! Move to the right! Right! Turn! Saluting for the front! Salute! Move to the left! Left! Turn! Parade! Inwards! Turn! Parade! Quick! March!
How are you feeling now, Jean?
Glad that's over.
But did you enjoy it? You look ever so smart, doesn't she, girls? Yes. Well, weren't these lads wonderful? And Dave Foley, oh, thank you very much for looking after our Jean. And how can we forget the Queen's Colour Squadron? Well done, lads. That was absolutely smart.
Queen's Colour Squadron! Inwards! Turn! Quick! March!
Jean, you look ever so marvellous in... Oh, you do. You look gorgeous in the uniform. I bet that brings back memories for you.
Yeah, a lot.
And I bet you could do with a drink right now, couldn't you? Well, I know a couple that could do with a drink with you because they've written in and told me all about you see. In fact, they came to your wedding. When did you get married?
October the 28th.
What year?
1972.
1972. Well, they came to your wedding. You haven't seen them since then. And they've been dying to have a drink with you ever since. Yes, it's John and Bobby Knight. Come in. Here they are. Hi, Bobby.
We've got terrible kids, you know.
Lovely, oh no, Kirsten's gorgeous. It was worth the wait, wasn't it? Even for this surprise. Now, you haven't seen each other since that time, but I know you've got an awful lot to catch up on since 1972.
That's true.
So we shall see you later. In the meantime, while you're chatting to each other, bloody touchy face, I'm going to make a phone call, all right? I'll see you later.
Okay.
I'm going to phone a Mick Hepton, who was an AA man. Now, let's see, what does it say? Left ear and a big smile. I wonder if it works. 10 digits this week. Here we go. Well, I'm smiling. It's not ringing out, is it? There we go.
Hello?
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 Hello, can I speak to Mick Hepton, please?
You're speaking to him.
Oh, good, because it's Cilla here from Surprise, Surprise.
Someone's having a joke here, ain't they?
Mick, are you still there, Chuck?
Yeah.
I just want to check a few facts. Now, you're an AA man, aren't you, love?
Yes, I am.
You are indeed. But in your spare time, every minute that you've got, a little birdie tells me that you are a one-man band.
You are, sort of.
Sort of, and you put this one-man band together. Now, what instruments do you actually play?
Oh, I've got a drum.
A what?
A drum.
Oh, a drum?
On my back.
On your back? Yes?
So, mouth organ.
Where? Oh, I doesn't ask where you put your mouth organ. The drum on the back, the mouth organ, the guitar.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Well, I've just added a cymbal to it.
Added a cymbal. Where'd you put your cymbal then?
On my head.
On your... How did you get into it? When did you first start becoming interested in a one-man band, being a one-man band? How did it happen, Mick? Explain all.
It's really when I had to pick up a one-man band on my truck.
Oh, yeah. Why, had he broken down on the motorway or something?
Yeah, I had to pick him up and take him home.
And that's how you started, is that right?
Basically, yeah.
Well, love, the whole reason why I'm calling you, you see, I want you to come on the show next week.
Next week?
Yes, are you there, Mick? Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Right. Yeah, we want you to come on the show next week. And we've arranged it all, you know, with your job and everything. You can have a couple of days off and you can come down and play for us on the show and bring all your instruments.
Bring all my instruments?
Yes. Because, I've seen photographs of you.
Have you seen photographs of me?
Oh, well, I've got them here, actually. There's one in a blonde wig.
Flashy glasses?
And the flashy glasses. The audience have just seen that now. And your Union Jack waistcoat that your wife made.
Yeah?
So we want you to bring all that, you see. We want you to bring all the gear, and we'll give you a lovely welcome on the show. The audience can't wait to see you.
I bet they can't either.
Well, are you game then, Mick?
Yeah, it's all right. I suppose I'll have to be now.
So I shall see you on the show next week then, sunshine.
Rock on then.
Oh, rock on, okay. Yes, and you rock on, Mick. Get practicing.
Right on then.
I'll see you then, love.
Ta-ra now.
Ta-ra. Ta-ra. Oh, dear. Well, I hear that Bob and the Scouts are all ready with the banquet, so let's go over and join them. Are you there, Bob?
Flip, 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 flip. Yes, we're here, Cilla. Of course we're here. Kevin's got the old trout here. Look at that. It's wonderful. I'll just show you. It's in the silver foil to keep it warm. And look at that. Beautifully cooked.
Mouth-watering.
It is, absolutely. I'm in charge of the... look at those for kebabs. Those are... Oh, wonderful. I tell you, I'm getting
You are making my mouth water, Bob.
I've got an admission, actually. I did have to test one of these before. And they are extremely good. We've served most of the tables. We've just got one table left to serve. So shall we carry on and do that?
Please do.
All right, I'll follow you, Karen.
Okay.
Have a kebab, there you go. One for you, one for you. Lovely, all right. Smashing that. But you see, it's a millionaire's banquet, and I've just noticed there's 2 seats actually empty here, so I think millionaires. Oh, how many people? Millionaires are 10 a penny. They're dead common, aren't they, millionaires? What we actually need is people can sell themselves for $1 million. Not many people can do that. But we do welcome Kevin in London, a surprise prize. David Besant and Paul Gascoigne. Come in, chaps. Where are you? How about that? 2 of the most famous footballers in the country. Try this. Got some champagne. So, David, how are you? I know.
Oh, what a lovely surprise. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Cilla, how are you?
Well, I don't know. All the better for seeing you, I should say, but I'm still stinging from what you did to Liverpool a couple of years back. How could you do that?
Yeah, they've took revenge since then, so I've had the comeuppance.
They certainly have come back with a vengeance, but I forgive you, all right, Dave?
Yeah.
I've never met Gaza, though. Hi, Gaza.
Yeah, here he is.
You all right, Pet? How are you doing?
It's a lovely haircut.
Not bad.
Oh, you too. Shall I have a picture?
I've been told to say I'm having a monstrous of a time.
A monstrous of a time.
Yeah.
By the way, Kevin, were you suitably surprised when the 2 lads came in?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. And they're better than serving up millionaires, aren't they,
Yeah.
Kevin? Because they're £1 million players,
Yeah.
you realise that?
Yeah.
You know, and all that food is making me dead hungry. I'd love to have a bite to eat, Bob.
Do you want some?
Please. Thought you'd never asked.
Is that all right? Is that all right, sir?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Oh, is he coming over?
He's bringing it over, yes, he's bringing it straight over, Cilla, and you'll enjoy it. It's lovely food.
Is it? Well, we've got the trout to look forward to. What have you sent him over with, Bob?
He's got a bit of everything. He's got the trout, he's got a kebab, and he's got the salad and stuff. It's a shame, really, that you didn't get any. I'm sorry about that.
Quickly change the subject now, because I hear young Kevin has arrived with my food. Come in, Kevin. Where is it, love? And it's a what? And that's a present. Oh, sit down, Kez. Oh, you're a bit out of... Oh, little lamb, he's run all the way. Says I'm a scout millionaire. And this food, I don't want to tip it too far in case it goes all over the place, but really, this looks sensational. We've got the trout there, and we've got the kebab, and you've even made the rice for me and everything else. And when you gave in and gave me a big kiss then, you had a cold nose. Kevin, have you enjoyed your day?
Brilliant.
You have. And I know I asked you how many points you had very early on, but do you know the exact total you've got now?
864 points.
Well done. Now, has our Bob been looking after you over there?
Yeah.
Yes. And all the and what about our 2 millionaire players?
Yeah,
they're great too.
smashing.
Would you like to say a big thank you now that you can see them on the screen? Because that's I've been watching you exactly like we are now. Would you like to say a big thank you to Bob and the lads over there?
Thanks, Bob, and Dave and Paul.
Yes. Thank you very much, the lot of you. And I tell you what, Kevin, would you like to put this in the oven for me on low heat? I'll keep my little badge here, and I'll see you later, all right? Got your breath back now? Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Well done. I'm so pleased. Well, I'm sure that there are a lot of friends sitting together in our audience tonight, but there are 2 friends in particular. They are 2 ladies, they're both married with children, and they are such good friends, well, they're almost like sisters. They live in the same town in Scotland, about 10 miles apart, on the opposite sides of the River Tay. Yes, it's you I'm talking about, Hazel MacDonald, and your good friend, Linda Black. Where are you, Hazel? Hazel, come down and join me, please, because I want to tell you all about the lovely letter that your friend Linda has sent to me. Come and join me, please. Have a sit down there. Yes, surprise, surprise. Well, it was a wonderful letter I got from Linda telling me all about you. She reckons you are, well, you are like sisters, aren't you, really? No. You've known each other for about 25 years. And in fact, Linda met you while in Singapore, really, is that right?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, in Hong Kong. That was when you, both your fathers were serving there, is that right?
That's right.
That's right. And even when they were posted to Germany, you still were great friends together, weren't you?
She keeps following me about.
But she wrote this, Mom, she went on and on. She said that you are a godmother to her daughter, and also you made a wedding cake, is that right? Yeah. And you even introduced her to her husband.
And she's never forgiven me.
Never forgiven you. Well, also she told me you are the friend. And you've also, well, she's also helped your family by writing in as well, because, well, you had a bit of a windfall a couple of years back, didn't you?
I won a car.
You won a car and a bit of money, and, well, the problem was that, well, your mum was having a problem. She was living in Australia, and you actually, well, spent your savings and brought her over to Britain, even set up home for her, didn't you? And I know, well, Linda tells me that if you would have had any money left, you would have spent it on an airfare to visit your sister, who lives in Singapore, who you haven't seen for 30 years. Yes, yes. Yes, well, you don't have to save up that airfare anymore. You haven't seen your sister Dinah for 30 years, since she was about 13. You're going to see her tonight, all right? Surprise, surprise. Here she is. Come in, Dinah. Oh, it's gorgeous. You've got a long time to make up for. 30 years. Have a sit down. Oh, you're welcome. But it's not finished there, because we have a little surprise for you now, Dinah. You've also got another sister living here in Britain. You're Cindy. You haven't seen her either for 30 years. Well, she's here tonight. She is gorgeous. Come in, Cindy. That's all we have time for this week. I'd like to say thank you to everybody who's taken part in tonight's show, especially our Gordon Burns and the lovely Bob Carolgees. We'll be back at the same time next week with lots more surprises. So until then, it's ta-ra. Ta-ra then!